This video, brought to you by Funding101.org, includes 7 steps for attracting and keeping corporate sponsors. As more and more corporations come under scrutiny by the public and the press, aligning with a reputable nonprofit becomes very appealing. Corporations understand that by aligning with a well-run nonprofit that is helping the community, the corporation can improve its reputation, and that is worth a lot of money to any business. So, if for no other reason than this, it is critically important that your nonprofit has an impeccable reputation within the community and is run like a well-oiled machine. In order to find the best corporate partnerships, it's important that you study them first. Become familiar with their values, the audience they're trying to reach, and their business objectives. As important as understanding the corporation's values, audience, and objectives, it's important for your organization to understand your POV or point of view. What does your organization stand for? What are your organization's goals and objectives within your community? Check your mission statement to answer those questions. The closer your mission statement aligns with the corporation's mission statement, the happier your partnership will be. Okay, now once you've identified the ideal corporate partners, now it's time to demonstrate to them how aligning with your organization will benefit their goodwill factor within the community. Corporations have a certain amount of money to donate to various charities. Part of the decision-making process is going to be based on what you can do for them in terms of improving their reputation within the community and creating goodwill with their audience. Making good matches between your organization and corporate sponsors makes this so much easier. If you can show the corporation how you're going to create content on your social media sites, as well as for their social media sites, should they choose to use it, this is a great way to help promote them and save their staff work at the same time. As part of your packet, you want to make sure that you spell out clearly how your organization will thank the corporation publicly for their support. That publicity can include social media, your website, press releases, to the print, TV, and radio media, and much more. The good news is that 90% of these publicity outlets won't cost you a dime to do. But they're so very valuable to the corporation, and you should be happy to do as many of those as possible, if for no other reason than it's just good manners. As part of your package to them, you should include a method for them to track the success of this partnership. That might include giving them a list of the posts that you've done on social media, a link to the website page you built for them on your site, copies of clippings from the media that you sent out. Another way is to track your website traffic stats. So for example, if you set up a page on your website for this particular sponsor, and part of your media campaign is to drive traffic to that page, then the traffic tracking software provided by your ISP provider will tell them how many unique visitors, how long did they stay on the page, and what days and times of the day were the busiest. These are all pieces of information that should be available to you at no charge through your ISP provider. This is the kind of information that all sponsors will want. If your ISP provider doesn't provide this kind of free tracking, we have provided a link at the end of this video to the provider that we've used successfully for several years. Find ways to include either the CEO or other key officers of the corporation in your work so they benefit directly from the positive branding. In other words, if you're hosting a live event that they're helping to sponsor, make sure they're invited to be there. And when they arrive, make sure that you introduce them to your audience and thank them publicly for their support. Beyond that, you can invite them to participate in the event itself, at whatever level they feel comfortable participating. They may or may not be interested in participating, but you should at least invite them. Funding 101 is dedicated to helping nonprofits thrive no matter what the economy's doing. Our program, Making Profits for Your Nonprofit, includes more than 100 tips and a baker's dozen of success principles that you can start using today to attract more donors, more volunteers, more business sponsors, more grant money, more media coverage, and a whole lot more. Best of all, 90% of all the tips and techniques we're sharing in the program won't cost you a dime to use. The bad news, though, is every one of those tips and techniques is already costing you a boatload of lost revenue until your organization starts using them. You deserve to be successful and to expand the good works that your organization does every day. Now, it's time to invest in your organization and learn some new techniques that will help you stop struggling and start thriving. Click on the Add to Cart button to get your program today. To find out more about how to attract and keep corporate sponsors, follow the link provided on your screen. You'll also find on this page a direct link to our ISP provider. And as always, your success matters to us at funding101.org, and we're going to do everything we can to help you thrive and grow. Keep up the good work and watch for our next video.